Hello. Oh my goodness. Are we live right now? I think so. How crazy is this? I know, you guys, I am live and it's 9 o'clock at night. Oh my gosh, what is going on with my hair today? So we just put Judah down to sleep, so that's why I'm kind of like quiet. Because his room is right next to here. But we're gonna do a fall makeup look. Yay! Hey Jessica Marsh. I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and get started with this look. Oh my goodness, I don't know why my hair is acting crazy today. Hey Sherry, hey Shannon. We are gonna do a fall makeup look today, and basically it's like a Thanksgiving inspired look. So those of you guys that voted, did you vote for the burgundy or did you vote for the brown? Hi Gloria, it's nice to see you too. Hey Pam, hey Shauna, hey Birdie. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with our face primer first and foremost. This is my personal favorite. We do have one for mattifying primer, we have a hydrating primer, so like one for oily skin, one for dry skin, but I love this one the best. Hi Melissa, hey Bonnie. It's so weird that I'm live, right? Okay, so you only need like a little bit for your entire face. So in this live, I'm going to tell you guys a story. If are you guys okay with hearing a story? Here's the thing, sometimes I wonder if like when I'm live, people want me to just like talk about the application, or if people like talking like about life. Hey Brenda, hey Cindy. So let me know, do you guys like just the makeup tips or do you like the life talk? Okay, Jana says story. Hey Lorena. Okay, so face primer is on, and then I'm gonna do my brows first. I always do my brows first. Hello Marie. Okay, story. Okay, so I got 2 people said story, so maybe that's a good sign. I usually don't share stories when I'm live just because I feel like I get more vulnerable when I share stories. Hey Heather. So this story that I was thinking about sharing with you guys kind of comes out of a crazy place in my life. Hey Megan, hey Nikki. So I'll get to the part that, anyways. So when I was 21 years old, I decided that I was gonna I graduated college, and my whole dream, hey Erica, was I was gonna become famous and do music. So I actually went to school for music, and I wanted to become like a famous musician, singer, songwriter, whatever. And so right when I graduated college, I started playing in coffee shops. I started doing like gigs with different bands, playing in different places, and it was kind of crazy. Like I would play in restaurants and like no one would pay attention to me, but for that year after college, that's what I did. And I don't know what really happened, but my good friend Bethany, same name as me, she ended up going into the hospital because she went in for a checkup, and the doctors found her heart was going into heart failure because she had a heart transplant when she was 13 years old. And my friend Bethany and I, we had gone to high school together and we went to college together. And so when I found out that she was in the hospital, I decided to go visit her. So, hey Angel, hey Janice. So I went to the hospital, go visit her, and she was like the happiest person ever. She was like, oh, don't worry about it, I'm gonna be fine. Like, how are you? What are you up to? How's your day? And I was like, girl, you're in the hospital, like, for heart failure, seriously? So anyways, while I was there, one of her friends, this guy came, and he basically was telling her the story of how he traveled all over the world to all these different countries, and he like did missions work and worked with different organizations, and he was telling her all about it because she didn't want to talk about her. She wanted him to tell her all about his trip. So after that, I went home and I was like so curious. I was like, what was that? So I went home and I looked it up, and it was called the World Race. And basically it's a mission trip where you go to 11 countries in 11 months. And I was like, that sounds scary / cool. And I could not get it out of my mind. I just kept thinking about it until one day I just broke down. I remember I went to my parents' office. My parents own a nonprofit, by the way. They've had their nonprofit for about 20 years. And so I was at their office and I went into my dad's office and I basically told him, I think I'm gonna go to 11 different countries. And I cried and I burst into tears because I was so scared. The biggest fear I had was like, basically, I didn't think I was a good enough person to go on that trip. I know that sounds crazy, but I never like thought I was like a really good person. And so the idea of going to different countries and like living in third world countries and helping people, I was like, am I good enough of a person to like do that? And part of me was scared to give up a year of my life doing that too. Because, I mean, let's be honest, we're selfish with our time a lot of times, right? So, are you guys enjoying this story time, learning about me? Hey, Tammy. Hey, Ashley. So, I ended up applying to go. And here was the kicker. It was $15,000 to go. $15,000. And I had just taken out $15,000 in student loans to finish college. So I started raising money and I started going to different churches, and I raised the money in 3 weeks. 3 weeks, I raised $15,000 to go on my trip. And I was like, I guess God wants me to go on this freaking trip, huh? So I was so blown away that I was able to raise the money so quickly. And so that was 2012. I went on the World Race. I went to 11 different countries. I actually ended up going to, I think, 13 different countries that year. So I spent that year going to different countries. So I remember though, I was in India or I was in Nepal. So this was month 10, okay? Hey, Kathy, hey, Lindsay, hey, Nancy. So I was in month 10 and I was on Facebook. Oh my goodness. Just like thinking about this moment. I was on Facebook and all of a sudden I saw someone posting on Bethany's Facebook, the girl that was in the hospital the year before. And people were posting, RIP, rest in peace, like, you're in a better place, like, all this stuff. And I was like, what? And I just started bawling. Like, I don't know if you've ever had a cry where you just, like, were gutted. So I just started bawling my eyes out. And I was like, what? Bethany passed away? And I tried calling my mom, and it was like a weird time difference of like 10 hours. So I tried getting a hold of my mom. Finally, I got a hold of my mom, and I was like, Mom, what happened? Like, is Bethany dead? Did she die? And my mom was like, yeah, I was trying to get a hold of you, but I know the time difference and everything. And she's like, she had a heart attack. She went on a run, and she just ended up passing out, and she had a heart attack, and they couldn't revive her. And I was like, what? My friend, 26 years old, passed away. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I was so blown away. I couldn't believe it. I mean, how many of us believe or think that your 26-year-old friend is gonna die, right? So anyways, that was month 10 on my trip, and I couldn't come home. I was in Nepal. I couldn't fly home for the funeral. And so when I got home in December, because she died the end of October, I came home and I just felt all of like this weight of emotions, and it was so hard dealing with it because I never really saw her body, you know? And so it was hard. I don't know if you've ever experienced that moment where you lose someone but you're not able to be there, and so you almost have this like shock factor where you can't believe it because you never really saw it with your eyes. I mean, you don't want to see them, but part of you needs to see it to believe that they're not here any longer. And that's kind of how I felt. And I never really had that moment. And since I came home months later, everyone else had already like continued on with their grieving, and I was just starting. So it was really weird. And so then the year after that, or a few months after that, I found out that a close family member had been molested for 6 years, and I never knew about it. And I was like, this was like 2 months after Bethany died. I found out that a close family member had been molested for years. And I was like so broken. I was like, oh my gosh. So this was kind of like a time in my life when a lot of bad stuff happened. 3 months after that, my brother got in a near fatal car accident, was unconscious in the hospital for a month, and then finally woke up, had a brain injury. And basically my brother, he's alive, but his personality is completely different. He's a completely different person than before his accident. So he is like normal, like a normal person, but his personality was changed because of the accident. Like it changed when you have a brain, what is it called? Brain something. It changes your personality. So, all right. So then the foundation I'm going in with today is going to be organza. So I hope you guys are enjoying this story time. So yeah, my brother is completely different. And that he had an accident, and then a few months after that, my grandfather passed away, and it was just like one thing after another. And so I ended up moving to El Salvador, a year after all of that stuff happened. So like I moved to El Salvador in January of 2014, and Bethany had died in 2012. So when I got to El Salvador, I actually like had all of these panic attacks. Like I would like start crying and hyperventilating, and like it was really bad. And I think it was because I finally was like starting to grieve. Is that weird? Has anyone ever experienced that where like maybe in the moment you didn't fully process things, and then like a year later or months later you finally start working through it and you're like, oh, hey Angela. All right, so you guys can see this is really amazing coverage. I'm going to use the new concealer as well. So anywho, that's I started processing, and thankfully I got a counselor that helped me through a lot of that. But I had a really hard time going through all that because I was living in El Salvador. Come to find out, so you know what's really crazy? I went to the hospital to visit my friend Bethany, right? At the hospital is when I found out about the world race. I ended up going on the world race. When I was on the world race, that's how I met Victor. From meeting Victor, I ended up moving to El Salvador and getting married to Victor. And then now I have a baby with Victor and all of that. So part of me wonders, you know, when Bethany died, I didn't understand. I was like, why did this have to happen? But part of me wonders, like, if Bethany was never in the hospital, would I ever have met Victor? Would I ever have my son? Does that blow your mind? Just think about that for a second. And I think sometimes bad things happen in our life, and sometimes we'll never be able to explain why those things happen. Like why that bad thing happened to us. Why did my friend have to die when she was 26 years old? Why did my good friend have to be molested for 6 years? I think some things we just can't explain. But then I think back and I'm like, you see kind of life events and you ask yourself, like, whoa, how did this happen? Did this happen because of that? And would I have the life I have now if that didn't happen to me? Mind blowing. So I wanted to say all that to say this. After Bethany passed away, I struggled a lot with my faith, to be completely honest, because I had kind of grown up in a bubble, and I always thought that nothing bad would happen to me. I know that sounds really stupid, but you kind of live in this bubble thinking that bad things only happen to bad people. Anyone else ever had that happen? And so when all of this bad stuff happened to me, I started to feel like, God, where are you? Are you did you drop the ball here? Are you still in control of my life? Are you paying attention? Hello, God, I'm here, I'm suffering. And I just didn't understand why all this stuff was happening to me. And I really struggle with the thought of do I want to trust God anymore? Do I want to be a Christian anymore? Because why? I felt like Bethany was one of the sweetest, kindest people. Her family, her dad was a pastor, and her family, they loved God. And I was like, why does this have to happen to someone that's good? And so I struggled a lot, and for many years. And I really look back and I think that Bethany's death was one of the biggest things that has shaped a lot of my life. But I feel like when something bad happens to you, you have two choices. It can either make you better or make you bitter. Were you here in the US when she passed? No, Pam, I was in Nepal. So let me ask you this. Have you ever gone through something and you feel like you struggled with trusting that it had a purpose? And you're like, it can either make you better or it can make you bitter. And here's an example of that. So, and this is kind of hard to talk about, but so after Bethany died, her parents just could not handle it. They were very distraught about it, and they just couldn't accept the fact that their daughter died. And I think part of it was they also had a hard time trusting God after that. I mean, I feel it when you lose a child, how do you trust God after that? And this is our new concealer that I'm using right now. And so her dad was a pastor of a church, and I went to that church for a while after college and stuff. And then I moved to El Salvador, and the church actually supported me when I was doing the whole thing. So my dad, Pop, and brother passed away. I'm in a boating accident in Newfoundland in 2016. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's really hard. So, anywho, about sometime last year, come to find out that her dad, basically he decided to leave the church, go to a different country and live a different life, basically. So he left his family and decided to live a different life in Colombia last year. And all of us were so distraught and heartbroken. I was so distraught and heartbroken too, because I was really close with their family and with Bethany. So ended up, he could never get over her death, and he couldn't trust God, and he became bitter over it, and it ended up just tearing his family apart. So he actually passed away yesterday. And for me, it's really hard to understand why. I'm heartbroken because I don't know if he ever came back to God after everything. I don't know if he ever reconciled his heart and his brokenness to God. He got in a car accident a week ago and his heart is weak, and so he ended up dying due to complications with his heart. And I was thinking yesterday, and I was thinking about Bethany, you know, and how she would feel if she was still alive, and knowing how her family changed because of her death, and knowing that her dad turned away from God because of it. And I look at his life and I just wonder why. You know, he was a pastor for like 20 years. And then last year he decided to just up and leave everything because he couldn't trust God anymore. And I look at his life and I know so easily that my life could have been the same. Because so many times in the last few years I've asked myself, can I trust God? You know, can I still trust him? And I can see the moments where I could have become bitter and I could have shut God out, or I could continue to choose God. And I know, like, the whole purpose of this was to be happy and stuff, but I feel like sometimes you just don't understand why you have to go through things. And everything you go through will either make you bitter or better. I feel like a lot of things will either bring you closer to God or turn you away from him. And I was asking his son, because I went to high school and college with both his son and daughter. So his son is the same age as me, and his son is actually in the process of moving to Brazil to be a missionary. So his son is in the process of moving to Brazil to be a missionary for 3 years. And I asked Jordan, and I said, Jordan, how do you still, like, trust God with all of this? You've been through so much. Losing your sister, your family falling apart. And he's like, Bethany, I know I could become bitter and I could resent God for all of this. But part of me is like, if I don't have him, what do I have? Who do I have? If I don't have God in my life, I don't have any meaning to what else is there to hold on to. And I don't know, like, my friend Jordan and Scarlett, they're amazing. I mean, right now they're working on moving to go to Brazil for 3 years. And I'm like, wow, like, that's freaking incredible. You know, in the midst of all of this pain, they still want to love people and help people, you know? You see people's faith, and sometimes you see people's faith and you see their love for God and love for people, and it inspires you to not give up. If Jordan can find God and still be able to love God and love people when he's gone through so much heartache, why can't I? You know? Why can't I do the same? So, that's the thing. You know, I could come on here and always just be happy. and always pretend that like I'm strong when I'm not. You know, I struggle a lot with my faith, especially after my friend passed away, and it's been really hard believing that he's in control. And but I think that I always have the choice of seeing life as a way of becoming bitter or becoming better, trusting God or turning away from him. And my heart breaks for their family. My heart breaks because, you know, I don't know where he was with God. My heart breaks because his family was never reconciled before he ended up leaving this world. So, you guys, you never know when something will happen, okay? You never know when your moment with your loved ones is over. And I know that this year is like a true testament to that, right? Like, look at 2020. None of us thought that this was going to be what our year looked like. I think that since tomorrow's Thanksgiving, I think that we need the reminder that, like, we need to hold people tighter. You know, I know we're supposed to be social distancing, but, you know, in some way we need to embrace the people in our life because we don't know how long we have them for, and we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, here's the thing. I was telling you guys, my brother, yeah, he survived his accident, but my brother has never been the same. He's a different person, and I love him, and he is awesome, and he's better in so many ways, but I still grieve and miss my other brother too. So you never know what's gonna happen. You might not lose someone, but you might lose parts of them. Thank you guys. Yeah, samey, I feel the same way. I feel like right now my friend is living out the life of Job. And it's crazy because, like, ever since they decided that they were going to move to Brazil and help people and be missionaries, that's when all of this stuff started happening. And I just feel like they have such a powerful calling on their life and a powerful, like, thing that God has on their life that Satan is trying to do everything possible to keep them from it, because it's crazy all the things that have happened in this past year. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. Hey, Michelle. So, you know, if you guys ever want to support a missionary or someone that's going to be doing something really awesome, Jordan and Scarlett, they're still raising funds to be able to live in Brazil for 3 years, and they're good people. I've known him since middle school, and Victor and I are supporting them $50 every month. So if you do, or if you're looking for someone to support, maybe at the end of this year, I know everyone has tough times, but you don't even have to pay out anything until they leave. I think they're leaving in January. So if you're looking for someone to support, they're good people, and I would be happy to ever send you their info if you want to support them. So my aunt passed 2 weeks ago. Things have not been the same since. I'm so sorry, Chelsea. So my point to this whole thing is, if you're struggling, like, you have two choices. With when bad things happen in your life, you can either choose to become bitter or become better. One of my good friends last year, her twin boy died at just a few months old, and her other son has a lot of disabilities, and she is seriously the strongest person I know, like, praising God every single moment, every single day. And I feel like it's so easy to be mad at God in that moment, and she turned around and she's like, God, I love you. God, thank you for everything. And I'm just like, wow. You know, sometimes you just see people with so much faith and it just inspires you that you can keep going and you can keep doing what you're doing. So, all right, let's do the eyes. But I would love for you guys to share and tell me, like, you know, if you have a prayer request, maybe we can pray for each other before I end this live, as a way to be thankful for one another. Hey Carol, hey Kelly. So I didn't mean for this to be sad. I'm sorry if I like brought down the house. But that's just where I'm at. I found out Jordan's wife texted me yesterday and let us know that he passed away in Colombia. And that just breaks my heart too, because his kids, his family didn't get to see him before he passed away because he was living in a different country and different lifestyle and everything. And just, I don't know, it just breaks my heart. I've always questioned my faith and questioned if God really loved me, which caused me to become very bitter. In 1997, I lost 4 family members on my dad's side, including my dad. I lost my grandparents on my mom's side, my 3-year-old second cousin. But I know now he does love me and is always there for me. It's taken me a while and still question because I haven't gotten back into the Christmas spirit completely. That's okay. Hey, Donita. I think it's, you know, some people are not looking forward to tomorrow or Christmas because of how hard the year has been. I mean, some people are financially struggling, emotionally struggling. Some people have lost people this year. And so I know some people are not happy, you know, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and it's hard to be thankful for things. And this year has been really hard. I mean, for me, it's been super lonely because, you know, going through pregnancy and basically staying quarantined because I was growing a child, and now I'm quarantined because I have a child. But I have so much to be thankful for, like that little baby boy. My goodness gracious. And another part of me, like, I have to learn to trust God with him because, you know, when you lose people, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but sometimes I feel like I'm holding my breath. Does anyone feel that way? Sometimes I feel like I'm holding my breath because I'm afraid that if I relax, then something bad will happen. I know that's really bad to say. It's kind of vulnerable to say too, but sometimes I get so scared because, you know, I love that little boy so much. I love Victor so much, and, you know, I don't want anything to happen to them, but I have no control over that. So sometimes I feel like I'm just holding my breath, like, my daddy passed away in May, so the holiday season is rough. Oh, yes, I'll pray for your mama. High school sweethearts. That is seriously so cute. Okay. Where is my... So the palette I'm using tonight is going to be eyeshadow palette number 6, okay? This is what we're using tonight. The Black Friday deal that comes with the foundation and concealer for $22 off ends tomorrow. So if you've been wanting to get our stick or spray foundation on sale, it ends tomorrow. It's $22 off. That's our Black Friday bundle on our foundation, so you can say Black Friday. And then we have another deal on Friday, which is going to be our brand new eyeshadow palette. I don't have it yet, but if you want me to send you the colors of that so you can look at it and see if you want it, just say colors and I'll message you what the new palette looks like. Hey Denise, hey Ellie. 4 years ago to this month, I lost my daughter at 19 weeks because I ended up having emergency open heart surgery and my body couldn't keep her. But as hard as it was, it actually made my faith in God stronger. Wow, that's incredible. You guys are so strong. All right, so I'm going to go in with Enthralled, which is that light brown, and just do it in the outer corner. All right, Erica, I will message you the colors, my friend. Man, I'm toasty. It is so hot here in Florida, you guys. I'm wearing these sweaters hoping that it would get warmer. Oh, so you guys, I posted, okay, here's the thing. It's kind of funny. You know, you see people's pictures on Instagram and they look so fabulous. So yesterday I did like a whole like photo op where I would like run outside and Victor would snap photos of me. And our neighbors probably think that I'm really weird like changing outfits. So I got 5 different outfits for Thanksgiving and I posted them on my Instagram tonight. So if you are not following me on Instagram, make sure to follow me. It's Hello True Beauty, and you can check out my outfits and just in your head envision me running outside and Victor taking pictures of me. Oh, Carol. Okay, I will message you. Where are you? Lauren, I'm in the Tampa area. I don't know where Coral Springs is. All right, so you're just gonna blend out that first color. All over. I'm wondering if I should go in with the red or not. I don't think I should. All right, and then blend it into the, so what you're gonna do is take this color and just blend it up. Oh, East Coast, okay. Gotcha. Oh, also, if you want the spray foundation, that also is an option in the bundle, or BB cream. Oh, near Fort Lauderdale. Okay, one of my friends, no, Victor's family lives there. So he has some family in like Fort Lauderdale area. We're actually probably gonna go there for New Year's. Hey Beverly, hey Caitlin. All right, so I'm gonna go with Audacious. I'm gonna do this and create like a V shape here. So I don't know if you guys saw. Oh no. I get a notification when there's noise in Judah's room. Oh, that could have been that car that just went by, not Judah. Okay, maybe he's still sleeping. I don't know if you guys saw my video. I made a ice cream pie for tomorrow out of Yasso bars. I'm using palette 6 right now, but the new palette that's coming out is palette 8, and it is so pretty, guys. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get it. So if you want to see the colors of the new palette that's coming out on Friday, you can say colors. You grew up in Florida. We're going to be in Marco in February for my husband. Where's Marco? I moved to North Carolina. North Carolina is so pretty. Thank you, Caitlin. I like my makeup room too. It makes me so happy. It brings me joy. So, and I'm so glad I splurged on it. You know, I was so worried about spending the money on the wallpaper, and I freaking love it. It was totally worth it. I don't care. It was totally worth it. I think it was like $200, but shh, that's okay. It was totally worth it. It's funny because it like the wallpaper is worth more than my vanity. All right, Teresa, I'll message you too. I know, I'm so excited about palette 8. Yo, it's gonna be so freaking pretty. Okay, so there's that. What I'm gonna do is bring a little bit of the lighter brown underneath. You have no clue. All right, I will message you the palette too, Lila. Lilia. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Lalaya, help me out. You're like, girl, you just stop. All right, just blending this over. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with that light gold. Ooh la la. I really don't know what I'm gonna wear for Thanksgiving, so if you could go on my Instagram and like vote. So I showed 5 different styles. I did a sporty style, I did a dressy, classy, preppy, and comfy. So I posted 5 different styles on my Instagram, and I need you to go vote. Okay, tell me which style I should wear tomorrow, or which style are you gonna wear tomorrow? Are you gonna be comfy, sporty, fancy, or classy, or whatever? What kind of person are you? And that took a lot of time, just so you know, for me to get those outfits together. Hey Cindy, hey Jennifer. Okay, Boom. Boom, boom, ba-da-dum, boom. Hey, Holly. All right, so on Friday, the bundle, you can actually get this palette on sale if you want to. Like, if you don't want to get the brand spanking new eyeshadow palette, you don't have to. You can get this instead if you want to. But the other palette's really pretty. So you can say colors, and I will send you either, you know, the colors for this or the colors for the other one, depending on what you want to get. Cindy's gonna wear pajamas. I love it. Dude, I'm like sweating right now. What am I doing? Mascara. Okay, so for the lips, I think I'm gonna do like a really bold red lip. Like a burgundy lip. I don't feel like curling my lashes because I'm gonna remove this in just like 2 seconds. I'll be comfy. Okay, so tomorrow I am making grilled green beans. This is upside down. And like a, what is it? Cauliflower something. And then my ice cream pie. So I don't know if it's gonna taste good. You guys, I'm not a good chef. Wow, that is not blended. Hold on a second. I'm gonna blend that out. Alright. You know what's really crazy? You can't even tell I cried. Like, that freaking foundation held up so good. Like, that foundation is a really, like, that cry was a really good testament to how well this foundation holds up. Do you guys agree? Like, seriously, you can't even tell. You can't even tell. Holy crap. You like the dress and the black pants outfit if you're going to have company. I'm actually going to my mom's house tomorrow. So I'm going to her house with all of my siblings. So you like the dress and the black pants outfit. Oh, so you like the sporty and the dressy outfit. We're eating at 5. We're eating at 12. Yes, grilled green beans. Or maybe I should say oven roasted. I'm just popping them in the oven, basically. All right, I see someone just voted on my Instagram. You need a color match? Okay, Paula. Yeah, the foundation deal ends tomorrow. Okay, Molly says sporty or dressy. Oh la la. Okay, so you guys really like the dress with the jean jacket then? And you want to know something super fancy? I just got onto the app called Like It Know It. Does anyone know that app? So the app is kind of cool and you can follow me on it. But basically, whatever you wear, you can link onto this app, and anyone can like click on the items of like what you said you're wearing. It'll take them to wherever they can buy it online, and then if someone buys it, you get paid commission from it. I was like, what? So how cool is that? Anyone else, are you guys on Like It Know It? So I linked those outfits on my Like It Know It, and I felt so cool. And it said that someone has bought something off of my Like It Know It already. I'm like, oh, I feel so cool. Like, who am I? But yeah, I'm on Like It Know It now. And if you go to my Instagram, I put the link to those outfits so you can like see exactly where I got each of those items. Cindy needs a color match. Okay, Carol says 3 or 5. I know, Denise, isn't it amazing? You have no idea I cried. Sporty or dressy? We have to wait for my brother's girlfriend to get off work tomorrow. Oh yeah, we're eating at noon. And but my mom, she was like, if you want to stay later, you can. And I think my mom really wants like all of us to hang out. So I got her an early Christmas gift. I saw this gift at Marshall's, and it's like conversation starters for like families, and it's like a whole bunch of cards with questions. And so you know, my family, we've gone through kind of some rough patches the last few years. So sometimes our get-togethers are not that enjoyable. Some people don't like each other. Some of my siblings don't like each other, so it kind of gets really awkward. And then also, like, my mom, she, like, I feel like she thinks, or she feels like she needs to talk to her son-in-laws at family get-together, so she's like only asking them questions, and then all of us girls are just like, So I got these table conversation things so that hopefully it inspires our family to have a conversation and people to talk even if they don't like each other. So I'm gonna gift it to my mom tomorrow. Where's the lips? Oh, there it is. What do you guys think of that idea? Is that a good idea? You would wear the hoodie outfit? Okay, so the sporty. So I told my mom, I'm like, I have an early Christmas gift for you. She's like, don't tell me you're gonna tell me that you're pregnant with another baby. I was like, Mom, please don't speak that over me. That's scary. I do not need to be pregnant already, okay? Okay. So I'm just doing a little bit of a lip scrub. You like that idea? Yeah. So if you have a Marshall's nearby, they had one for like friends and then they had one for like family. And so if you struggle like we do, it's a really great idea. Oh, let me get a paper towel. I think it's a really great idea for you to use. Maybe I'll make your holiday better. Obviously it's too late to get it for tomorrow, but maybe for Christmas or New Year's. All right, so I'm gonna go with the color called Showy for the lips. Showy. Oh, Kelly, you love your peppermint lip scrub. Isn't it awesome? All right, here we go. Look at this dark color. Oh, goodness gracious. It's looking a little rough in some areas. I'm gonna grab a lip liner because Mama needs a lip liner. Let me grab one. Here we go. Oh, Shannon, you're so sweet. Thank you. All right, let's clean this up. Did you know that you can do a lip liner after applying lipstick? And that can give you a clean line. Yep. All right, does that look better? Or do I still look lopsided? All right, that's better. Okay. I'm gonna send a picture of the dress I'm wearing for that wedding. Oh, okay. I could do this in my sleep. I don't know about it yet. Okay. What do you guys think of this fall look? Do you like it? So that's palette 6. So palette 6 is on sale on Friday, or brand spanking new palette 8. Okay. So I just want to say thank you guys. Like the holiday season, a lot of you guys like to grab these really great awesome deals, And just a reminder, when you grab these deals, you're supporting me and supporting my family and supporting that little baby that's sleeping in the next room. So thank you to everyone that has already grabbed something this holiday season. If you can't get anything, don't worry. I understand, okay? You just hopping on talking to me or sharing my live videos or whatever is already a huge support to me. So thank you guys so much for that. So the foundation deal ends tomorrow, $22 off. And then the eyeshadow, if you want to see that, say colors. So say Black Friday for this, say colors for that, okay? Okay. Awesome. All right, you guys, that's it. I'm gonna go to bed because that little baby is gonna wake up in a few hours to eat, and Mama needs her sleep. But this is the final look. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow if I have time while I'm cooking in the morning. We'll see. But I hope that this whole tutorial was a reminder. Every day you have a choice to become bitter or better. And I want to inspire and encourage you guys, don't give up and keep trusting in God and believing Him in every moment. Be grateful for the people that are in your life right now. You don't know how long you have with the people that are in your life. Make sure to tell people that you love them and that you care about them, and try to reconcile those relationships now before it's too late, okay? So happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Bye, guys.